I mean, let's remember here, the people we are fighting today, we funded 20 years ago. And we did it because we were locked in this struggle with the Soviet Union. They invaded Afghanistan, and we did not want to see them control Central Asia. And we went to work. And it was President Reagan, in partnership with the Congress, led by Democrats, who said, you know what, sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's deal with the ISI and the Pakistani military, and let's go recruit these mujahideen. And let's get some to come from Saudi Arabia and other places, importing their Wahhabi brand of Islam so that we can go beat the Soviet Union. And
Jeff Weaver, Senator Sanders' campaign manager, said that your foreign policy and you support a foreign policy that helped give rise to the creation of ISIS.
Well, that is beyond absurd. And, you know, they're saying a lot of things these days, and I'm just going to let them say whatever they choose to say. You know, ISIS was primarily the result of the vacuum in Syria caused by Assad, first and foremost, aided and abetted by Iran and Russia. So I think that let's put responsibility where it belongs.
في الواقع وطبقا لما يقوله بعض المسؤولين الأمريكيين بمن فيهم هيلاري كلينتون، فإن القاعدة تأسست من قبل الأمريكيين وبدعم مالي وإيديولوجي سعودي وهابي. وقد قال الشيء نفسه العديد من المسؤولين الآخرين في الولايات المتحدة. وداعش والنصرة هما فرعان للقاعدة. فيما يتعلق بداعش فإنه تأسس في العراق عام 2006 وكان قائده الزرقاوي الذي قتلته القوات الأمريكية حينذاك. وبالتالي فإنه تأسس تحت الإشراف الأمريكي في العراق. وقائد داعش اليوم الذي يسمونه أبو بكر البغدادي كان في السجون الأمريكية ووضع في سجونهم في نيويورك، ومن ثم أطلق سراحه. إذن لم يكن لسوريا علاقة بالأمر. إنه لم يتأسس في سوريا بل في العراق، وبدأ العمل قبل ذلك في أفغانستان طبقا لما قالوه. توني بلير قال مؤخرا إن الحرب على العراق ساعدت في ظهور داعش. إذن فإن اعترافهم يشكل أهم دليل فيما يتعلق بسؤالك.
Я тоже об этом сказал. И вот президент Обама упомянул об одной из угроз, это ИГИЛ. Ну а кто помогал вооружать людей, которые в Сирии боролись с Асадом-то? Кто создавал благоприятный политический информационный климат? Кто подталкивал к поставкам оружия? А вы чего, разве вы не понимаете, кто там воюет? Там воюют наемники, в основном.
ISIL is a direct outgrowth of al-Qaeda in Iraq that grew out of our invasion, which is an example of unintended consequences, which is why we should generally aim before we shoot.
What my constant cry was that our biggest problem is our allies. Our allies in the region were our largest problem in Syria. The Turks were great friends, and I have a great relationship with Erdogan, which I've just spent a lot of time with. The Saudis, the Emiratis, etc. What were they doing? They were so determined to take down Assad and essentially have a proxy Sunni-Shia war. What did they do? They poured hundreds of millions of dollars and thousands of tons of weapons into anyone who would fight against Assad, except that the people who were being supplied were al-Nusra and al-Qaeda and the extremist elements of jihadis coming from other parts of the world. Now you think I'm exaggerating? Take a look. Where did all of this go? So now what's happening? All of a sudden, everybody's awakened because this outfit called ISIL, which was al-Qaeda in Iraq, which when they were essentially thrown out of Iraq, found open space and territory in eastern Syria, work with al-Nusra, who we declared a terrorist group early on, and we could not convince our colleagues to stop supplying them.
Was moving too slowly, but the fall of Ramadi has galvanized the Iraqi government. So with the additional steps I ordered last month, we're speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes in Anbar province.
We want to turn now to the week's other big story, the war in northern Iraq and Syria. I sat down with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after his address to the United Nations last week. In that speech, he called ISIS and Hamas branches of the same poisonous tree. So I asked him if ISIS now poses a threat to Israel.
Absolutely. I mean, ISIS has got to be defeated because it's doing what all these militant Islamists are trying to do. They all want to first dominate their part of the Middle East and then go on for their twisted idea of world domination. The difference between ISIS and Hamas and ISIS and Iran and so on is they all agree that the world should be an Islamist hill, but they all want to be, each of them wants to be the king of the hill. That's what they're really fighting about. Essentially, they want to accumulate enough power to then carry out their mad ambitions.
Omar al-Bashir warned that simply using violence against young radicals who fight with organizations like ISIL and al-Qaeda could lead to even more extremism.
Our policy has been largely successful. After we arrest these young people, we bring a group of young scholars to engage in dialogue with them about their thoughts. And we succeed in bringing a lot of them back from their radical ideas.
He says the CIA and Mossad are behind Boko Haram and ISIL. He was speaking exclusively to Euronews in the week that ISIL released a video purporting to show the execution of 21 Egyptians.
I said CIA and the Mossad stand behind these organizations. There is no Muslim who would carry out such acts.